So I'm here and I've been doing some videos on my dad, and we had a little confusion today. So over the weekend I canceled his personal care. Now he has personal care and home care. His personal care was this delightful elderly woman, but she was practically deaf and you couldn't understand her. Combine that with a guy who's blind, who can't hear. It's a really dangerous situation. Plus, she was like frail, and I'm thinking, if he should have to sit down and he needs help getting up, there's no way she could ever just assist him onto his chair or onto the bed because she's so frail. So yesterday, as you know, I filmed it. We had an incident, and the incident was my dad woke up very manic. He hadn't had his Prozac, and he just went into this thing and he just took it out on the poor VA, and he insisted we went to the VA, and the only time they could set him in an appointment was around 1. Well, at 1 o'clock, he had his home care, which is the cleaning one. She's wonderful. She's a great woman. And she comes in for an hour or 2 hours once a week. And the personal care comes in an hour twice a week. So this morning at 10 o'clock, I get a knock on the door. Knock, knock, knock. I said, who's that? Oh, and my dad is in the kitchen making his breakfast. He just got up. I got up. I've been day trading all night. I told you I'm doing some day trading. So I went to bed at 4, right? Watching the market and just having fun. So all of a sudden, I meet Steve. So this is Steve, great guy. And it turns out, Steve, where do you live?
About a mile away.
A mile away. So Steve and I have been talking, and we have a lot of similar philosophies. And you all know my philosophies and my philosophies about Trump. So I'm not going to go there right now. But we are going to talk about something that's very important, and it's very current right now, and that is Obamacare and Trump care. And here is someone, right, that ultimately has, you have Obamacare.
I have Obamacare.
How long have you had it?
2 years.
2 years. Now, have you ever had to use it?
Years without insurance. I get Obamacare, and it was a godsend.
What was the first time or the worst situation you had where Obamacare helped you? Go.
All right, I had to get my foot looked at because I need reconstructive surgery. So they made me a boot, a prosthetic boot for my foot and ankle, and I got to wear it until I can have surgery at the end of the year. And
how much did that cost you?
It didn't cost me a thing. It was a $1,200 boot. Didn't cost me a penny.
Have you ever had to I always hear ambulances are a really, really, really
pain in the butt.
Yeah, exactly. So, have you ever had to use an ambulance? So, yeah, tell me about it.
Well, I was sick. I had the flu, and I knew I had the flu.
What do you mean? How do you know you had the flu? Where were you?
You got the symptoms of a flu. You know when you got the flu. You know
yeah,
when you feel
runny nose. Yeah, and where were you?
I was at home for a week feeling crappy, so I went to my doctor. I drove to my doctor.
Right.
Oh, I think you're having a stroke.
Huh?
Nah, I'm not having a stroke. No. Well, you need to go to the hospital. Okay, I'll drive.
You're telling me, all right, the doctor, you knew you had the flu, you went to the doctor, and the doctor's now insisting you that you have to go to the hospital.
Yeah, because I might be having a stroke.
And you're obviously dangerous. It could be dangerous.
Could be.
Right? All right, what happened then?
Well, he called an ambulance.
Yeah.
And at $12 a mile to take me to Citrus County, cost me $631 to take an ambulance. But I went to the hospital. They hooked me up for 6 hours. Yes, Mr. Meek. You got the flu.
So you pay.
So I'm not a doctor. But I knew I had the flu. But I had to have professionals tell me I had the flu.
Right.
Thank you very little.
Yeah. So thank you for visiting the doctor.
Yeah. So then I get that bill.
Right.
$27,000.
What?
For 6 hours.
6 hours in the hospital.
6 hours in the hospital.
So let me get this straight. Let me get this straight.
Okay.
The doctor fucks you over for the
$631.
Then you go to the hospital and get fucked over for
$27,000.
$27,000. You hear that? 26 hours.
Yeah. They checked my blood pressure. They checked my heart rate.
But that to me sounds like an uninsured. You didn't have insurance?
I did. I had Obamacare.
All right. That sounds horrible. You got fucked then.
Yeah, but I didn't pay the bill. Obamacare paid for it.
So you have to pay
$100.
$100.
Yeah.
So So it sounds to me actually,
Obamacare is pretty damn good.
but
So they get a bill for $27,000. They're like, yeah,
Yeah,
all right,
right.
whatever. We're going to negotiate the 50%.
Yeah,
well, the
or-
hospital's going to be like, cha-ching, thank you very much.
Right.
I'll take 14 grand.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And it cost me 100, and I took antibiotics, and I was better.
So
So,
repeal and replace Obamacare.
well, the thing is, I understand the rates are higher for families.
Uh-huh.
I get it.
How much is your rate?
I pay $60 a month
You for a single plan?
for a single plan. But
That's cheaper than I paid.
last year, it went up 300% from last year. So, I mean, it was $20 last year. It was $60 this year, which is still nothing, but still 300%. Next year, they're saying it's going to go up 9%.
So what?
Trump is saying it's going to go up a couple hundred. I don't know.
Well, you're not going to get the coverage. You're going to lose the coverage.
I'm going to lose. Yeah.
You're going to lose.
So really, it can be bad for almost everybody.
So all right. So
Trump.
so the bottom line is it has gone up, but it's gone up like still within ease. I mean, I pay. You know, I thought I paid really cheap. I thought Obamacare on a single plan would be like a couple $100 or something. But
60.
$60.
59 and change to be exact.
I need to sign up. Can you help me sign up
Well,
for
if
that?
you're single with no kids, you can do it.
Yeah, I'm single, no kids in America.
In America.
Yeah, they don't check. I have no kids here. Why would I have to pay for kids here if they're not here? They're not using it.
That's true. What do you guys have over there?
We have an amazing national health plan.
See, now don't you think that these countries
Right.
that have amazing, or how about having the same that Congress has?
Yeah, or yeah, you should have the amazing plans
Now,
that
these guys in Congress are negotiating for health care. They're not health care experts.
No.
Let's get health care experts and do it.
Right. Yeah, the way it works in Japan is it's a 30% copay, but the copays are so low. Here's an example. This will blow your mind. I went in for an MRI. Okay.
Yeah.
How much do you think
Well, an MRI is over $2,000.
here? What do you think it is in Japan?
Fortune cookie.
Do you think
A couple $100.
$75.
$75.
I had to pay $75 for an MRI.
Why is it so cheap?
Well, because again, it's kind of negotiated. That's my copay, so the government pays 70%. You know, that's my 30% of the. So you have to do the math. So it's probably about $200. But you think about it. If you have an MRI machine and you've got thousands of people coming and using it because it's cheap, right? Yeah. You're gonna get your money back on it.
Still making money.
Exactly. You know, it may take you 5 years to pay it off, and then after that 5 years, it's a gold mine.
Yeah,
so you want to put hundreds or even potentially thousands of people through it a year at $75 a pop.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. That's probably going to cost $100,000 for my foot surgery.
Your foot surgery.
Yeah, and my copay is $200.
And your copay to it. So he's going to have $200,000 foot surgery. And with Obamacare, he's going to pay about $200.
And then maybe
an anesthesia. You were saying that?
Yeah, you get the little small bills on the side, anesthesia and stuff like that. But I mean, you can also see why healthcare is a joke.
Yeah, it is.
Because how can being in a hospital for 6 hours, being checked for the flu, cost $27,000? How does that happen?
That's a good question, Congress. How does it happen? Now they'll blame Obamacare.
Yeah.
Right? But that isn't Obamacare. That's what the hospitals and the doctors are putting towards in response.
I can thank Obamacare because it was paid for.
Right.
I don't care who sets it up.
Right.
I don't care how it's done.
Right.
As long as my expense is close to nil as possible.
Right.
That's all I care about. That's what everybody wants.
Right.
It is not a privilege. It's a right.